The Jays have now lost 3 consecutive ball games as they drop their home opener. 7-5 in 11 innings to the Los Angeles Angels and fall to 3-4 to start the season. And today it seemed to me that the Blue Jays of last year poked their ugly heads out and just kind of show themselves again. And that's what we cannot be seeing. The Blue Jays make a lot of brain farts out there, a lot of stupid plays, including Jonathan Davis in that 9th inning. We'll get to that in a second. But let's break this game from the start. Ross Stripling got the ball for the Blue Jays. Griffin Canning got the ball for the Angels. And it looked like early on in this ball game that it was going to be an absolute slugfest. First inning, Anthony Rendon, it's an RBI single to make it a 1-0 game. And we're like, great, our starting pitching not giving us anything early yet again. But then the bottom half of the inning, Teoscar Hernandez, it's an RBI single. Kevin Biggio comes around to score, and the Jays have tied the game. Next up, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he absolutely plasters a ball deep to center and gone. A 2-run shot for Vladdy. The Blue Jays are now in front 3-1. All right, but the problem is they're a great offense. Stripling, I'm not sure I have much confidence in at all. In the top half of the second inning, after the Blue Jays take a 3-1 lead, Fletcher doubles, Iglesias doubles. Both guys get RBIs, and the game is tied at 3 in the next half inning. I hate that stuff. And it's a 3-3 ball game. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and Mike Trout comes up. You throw a room service fastball or a hanging slider or anything down the middle to a guy like Mike Trout, he will absolutely crush you. The best player in baseball. You don't do that. And he crushes a solo shot. It's now 5-4 lead. 4-3 lead, excuse me. But then in the bottom half of the 6th inning, you have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up, and he hits a beautiful RBI single to right field. Again, we're seeing more of that from Vladdy this season, going the other way with things, which is beautiful to see. In comes Bo Bichette, and the Blue Jays have tied the game at 5. Kevin Biggio comes up. Flip that around. Biggio homers to tie it. Then Vladdy hits the RBI single to score Bo to give the Jays the lead. All right, we got a 5-4 lead. This is exactly what you want to see with the bullpen now out there. Feel a little more confident. Then with 2 out, Shohei Ohtani. It's an RBI single. Fowler comes in to score in the top half of the 7th, right after the Blue Jays take the lead. And now it's tied at 5. We go to the top of the 9th inning. The Blue Jays have a runner at first base. Okay? With, I think, Marcus Semien at the plate. It was Rowdy Tellez came on a pinch hit, and he walked. In comes Jonathan Davis to run. And he gets picked off. Those type of plays. I love Davis's speed. He's a great defender. He's shown so many great things. Love the smile. He's obviously his brother-in-law with Anthony Alford, we've had in the podcast on Jay's Banner before. Great guy all around, I bet. But those type of moves, and he could even tell you, those type of moves are ways you get sent down. You don't play the entire game. You get told, hey, you're going to go pinch run now in the 9th inning because we need you to steal a base and get the lead, get into scoring position for our top of shop guy and Marcus Semien. Well, you get picked off, and the inning is over. It just deflates the entire team at that point. You go to the 10th, your team throws up a 0. You go to the bottom half. This team, we've learned, the Blue Jays can't bunt, right? They bring out, I forget which inning it was. Maybe it was even the 10th, or was it a different inning? I can't remember what it was. But Danny Jensen came up in a possible bunting situation. You know, he can't do it. Nobody can bunt. And you look at it in the top half of the 10th inning, top half of the 11th inning, excuse me, where Fletcher hits a 2-run single to give them the lead 7-5. How does that all happen? Well, they bunt him over. The veteran, Kurt Suzuki, beautiful bunt. Both runners move up because Ryan Bruckey walked the guy in the first half of the inning. And you move guys over. Double play's not there now. And you have guys at second and third with only 1 out. The Blue Jays bring in Rafael Dolis. And with 2 out, because I think Bruckey struck out Fowler. And Dolis, as much as he's had a rough start to his year, and you can clearly see it because they showed him after he gave up the runs on the bench, he is feeling it right now. I think it's up here, and that's not where you want to be if you're a reliever right now. You cannot have things sit in your brain right now. Obviously, giving up a 2-run single. It wasn't a hard hit single. It was a blooper snot shot up the middle that went over second base and in front of Grichuk. But those type of plays sit with you as a pitcher, and they eat you alive. Especially since he's had a rough start to his season. But Fletcher gets a 2-run single. You go to the bottom half of the 11th inning, and the Blue Jays can't do anything. The offense has been a big problem so far this season. Well, they got 5 runs, James, not a problem. The Blue Jays had 7 hits today. Not one time this year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong with that, but I'm going to go on a hunch. I don't think one time this year the Blue Jays have had 10 hits or more in one game. I understand it's only 7 games in, but we've talked about how great this offense is coming into the year, and we need this offense to be good because our pitching staff is not the greatest. And the fact that your offense has not had more than 10 hits one time, it's a little shaky. And George Springer's not going to change everything whenever the heck he comes back. This is the lineup right now. They got to find ways to get hits, string hits. They did that in the first game of the year against the Yankees. They had 3 straight hits to get that first run off of Garrett Cole. You need stuff like that over a 9-inning span. Don't get 3 runs in 1 inning and then you get no hit for 6 straight innings. You can't have that happen. Now, let's go through the stats real quick. Offensive numbers, Vladdy went 2 for 4 in the ballgame, had 3 RBIs, had a walk and a home run. He's been really the bright spot for the Jays offense. Obviously, Randall Grichuk, but he went 0 for 4 today. Kevin Beecham went 1 for 4 with a walk and a home run. Good for him. I still don't believe he's our number 2 hitter for right now. I'm not really sure why they're not moving guys around. Maybe moving Gurriel up to the number 2 hole because he's really struggling down there. Why not flip things around and see what happens? That's just my take. Because you've now lost 3 straight games. You have to make some adjustments. All right, let's get to the pitching numbers because that's something we're going to keep an eye on all year long. Ross Stripling was not very good again today. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. All 4 were earned, 2 strikeouts, and he walked a batter. And Trent Thorne went an inning and a third, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, and struck out 2 guys. Romano came in and gave up the single to give Thornton that run, unfortunately. But Romano came out there, 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up 2 hits. David Phelps, he was really the only reliever that didn't have any big problems in his innings of work. 1 inning, no hits, no walks, and a strikeout for David Phelps. Julian Merriweather had 2 innings. 1 hit, 1 walk, and a couple strikeouts, so a good job for him. Ryan Baracki went out there, two-thirds of an inning, allowed 1 walk. Obviously, with it being an inherited run in the 11th inning, and Dolis giving up the single. Obviously, both runs were charged to Ryan Baracki. I think only 1 was earned because it was the walk. But, and Dolis, obviously, a third of an inning, allowed 1 hit and got the other guy out. But really, the story of this ball game, the Blue Jays offense has not been able to get going. The base running mistake from Jonathan Davis, and your starting pitching is just not good enough. When you're I understand, Dolis gave up this run, and Trent Thorne, I get that. But over 5 innings of work, Stripling allowed 4. Roark sucked in his outing. Ryu was great. The offense, again, didn't get anything going in the last game. The offense has to get going, and you have to get starting pitching length. And I think we're all starting to see the glaring problems we were all very scared of coming into this season. Starting pitching was the big factor, was the big scary factor we've all been looking at. And through the first 2 rounds of the rotation, I guess 1.5 rounds of the rotation now, we've seen the holes. You saw a great start from Zeuch. You've seen 2 really good starts from Ryu. Your offense didn't get going in the second one, unfortunately. Roark's been awful. Stripling hasn't done anything too great. I know I'm missing a couple guys, but overall, you haven't seen anything too spectacular. Zeuch's been good. You look at Zeuch, right? He pitched great. Ryu pitched great in his 2 games. Other than that, there could be one that I'm missing that pitched really well in the game. I can't remember. But they got to get things going. They got to get the early offense, and they got to get some zeros from their starters. It's a huge problem at that point, all right? Game 2 of the series goes tomorrow against the Angels. Game 2 of the 4-game set. TJ Zeuch, TJ Zeuch gets the ball for the Blue Jays. I'm not quite sure who it was for the Angels. I didn't quite look that up. That's the one thing I didn't look up. I have a whole thing of notes, and that's the one thing I did not see. But TJ Zeuch gets the ball for the Blue Jays tomorrow. Can he put back-to-back good starts together? And if he can do that, I think we're kind of solidifying himself as a starter in this rotation. Because everyone's still saying, yeah, well, when these guys come back, Zeuch will hop out. Why? Why? You haven't got anything from Stripley. You haven't got anything from Roark. Why would you get rid of the guy that's actually pitching well? It wouldn't make any sense to me. If Zeuch goes out there tomorrow and does a job against a really good lineup in the Los Angeles Angels, who knows? You know, as Randall Grichuk said to the start of the season, he wants to make it hard to keep him out of the lineup. And for Zeuch, you want to be difficult for them to take you out of the rotation. He goes on the mound tomorrow against the Angels in Game 2 of the 4-game set. The Jays look to end the 3-game losing streak, get back into the win column, and get some offense. That's a big thing that I'm looking at when it comes to tomorrow. Get 10 hits and win a ball game. That's all I got to say, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you didn't enjoy the game today because it was very stressful and you lose an extra innings, which sucks, especially in your home opener, smack that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's ball game? Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you've not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Raptors edition on Saturday as they take on, oh boy, who was it? 7:30 tip-off. I forgot who it was. I just did a video before this, and I forget who they're facing at 7:30 on Saturday. Maybe it'll come to me. I don't know. All I know is the Leafs play Ottawa on Saturday night. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. As the Buds look to win their 6th consecutive game and look to get points in 10 straight. They're feeling real good. They look to continue to build that momentum and look to get, if Jack Campbell's in net, look to get him his 11th straight victory, which is insane, which would break an NHL record, which would break Carey Price's NHL record. That would be insane. 7 o'clock against Ottawa on Saturday. And as for our Blue Jays, as I mentioned, they take on the Los Angeles Angels again tomorrow night. I think it's a 7:07 first pitch in Dunedin at TD Field. TD. Got to get used to the names of these new ballparks. I miss just saying Rogers Center. It's so much easier. All these new fields, Salem Field, TD Field, TD Canada Trust Field. I don't even know at this point. You know what? They play 7:07 tomorrow against the Angels. Game 2 of the 4-game set. TJ Zeuch gets the ball. All right, so thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.